Shogun Episode 5 brought a new player into the game, the heir's mother, and revealed more about Lady Mariko's past as her relationship with John Blackthorne became more complicated. Taking many by surprise, including Lady Mariko, Shogun's newest episode revealed that Toda Buntaro was not dead. The samurai returned alongside Lord Toranaga, only to find out he would now have to live under the same roof as the Anjin. The tension involving Blackthorne, Mariko, and Buntaro set the tone for Shogun Episode 5, which ended with Toranaga almost dying after a massive earthquake took place. While Ishido did not take any immediate action over the death of Nebra Josen, the leader of Shogun's Council of Regents met with Okiba no Kata, the heir's mother. Toranaga, who had to watch a large portion of Anjiro be destroyed by the earthquake, will now have to deal with another powerful figure as Lady Okiba is no longer interested in political machinations and wants to protect her son from those who may try to usurp his title. Lastly, Mariko and Blackthorne are no longer on good terms after the former revealed her life story to the latter. Lady Okiba's return in Shogun, and what it means for the regents. Okiba no Kata has returned to Osaka. Okiba no Kato looking up in Shogun. Okiba no Kata is the mother of the Taiko's heir, having been the only of Nakamura Hidehoshi's consorts to bear the ruler a child. At the beginning of Shogun, Okiba was essentially being kept as a hostage in Toranaga's castle in Edo, which increased the tension between the Lord of Kanto and the Council of Regents. In theory, the regents should rule on behalf of the Taiko's son until Yaichio turned 16. However, Ishido and the rest of the Council of Regents feared that Toranaga, who was growing more powerful by the day, wanted to take over. Now, Shogun reveals that the heir's mother is not only fully aware of the political games being played over her son's title but is also taking part in the conflict. Okiba is speaking directly to Ishido and seems to have a massive influence over him and the rest of the regents, which makes sense given how the council should protect the interests of the heir. Okiba no Taka perceives Toranaga as an enemy and has chosen to align herself with the regents, but she seems to be the one giving the cards and not the other way around. Shogun Episode 5 ends with Okiba stating that the time for political games is over, suggesting she will now be more directly involved with the decisions concerning her son's future. The series had so far painted Ishido as the biggest threat to Lord Toranaga's plan, but that may not be the case. An alliance between the heir's mother and the Council of Regents will not be good for Toranaga, especially now that a war between him and Ishido is inevitable following the gruesome death of Josen in Shogun Episode 4. Shogun Episode 5's Earthquake and True Story explained. Shogun's earthquake is based on the Kicho earthquake. John Blackthorne, Toranaga's son, and a samurai on top of a mountain during an earthquake. Shogun Episode 5's earthquake almost got Lord Toranaga killed and led to countless casualties in one of the show's most intense sequences yet. John Blackthorne and Lady Mariko had previously felt a smaller-scale earthquake in Episode 4, which was the first earthquake Blackthorne ever experienced. Lady Mariko stated that, in Japan, death can come from air, land, or sea, referencing how the country has always been susceptible to earthquakes and tsunamis. While it seemed like FX's Shogun was going to skip the portion of the novel that loosely adapted the Kicho earthquake, Episode 5 covered this important event.